Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Wayne Glass or Wayne Glass Fitness. Today I want to talk about getting into fitness in general. So starting from new, starting from fresh, starting from scratch, or maybe you've worked out before but it's been a hot minute since you dived in. So what's really important to note is starting small, right? Like being reasonable with yourself and thinking about where are our limitations, our physical abilities, and then thinking about, do we have any specific needs? Do we have any injuries that we need to be mindful of? And then next thing I think is important to note is finding something that's fun, right? So many of us think about fitness and working out as torture and something that we hate and that we have to do. What I encourage us to think about is thinking it in a way of working out as something we get to do or we're able to do. And maybe it's not necessarily lifting weights, right? It could be dancing, it could be running, it could be yoga, really just any way to move our bodies in ways that are fun. And again, thinking about what our goals are and our objectives and our hopes and dreams, right? Like some of us might want to dive into being an elite athlete, or we're just wanting to get through the day-to-day. For me personally, I think working out has been a huge mental health component, right? Like being able to relieve stress and anxiety is something that I really struggle with, and trying to combat depression in addition to medication that we might take to help with our depression. That's something that's been really a saving grace for me as a person. So kind of going back to that notions of having fun and finding fun, making it fun for ourselves. And then easing into it, right? So we might have worked out a lot, and then given the pandemic and given quarantine, we may need to slow down, or we might need to ease back into it. And it's something that it's okay, like we can be okay with that, right? So taking it day by day. Another component that I think is really helpful is putting it on our calendar, right? Whether it's a physical calendar, whether it's an electronic calendar, and being able to actually see a physical representation of what we're going to be doing for the day-to-day. For many years, even though I already established a routine and I was pretty invested and committed into my workouts, that I would put a workout or whatever, going to the gym or CrossFit on my calendar from 5:30 a.m. to 6:30 a.m. every single day. And I did that for years, even though I know that I'm gonna get up at 4:30, 4:45 a.m. in the morning, and I'm going to commute to the gym, work out for an hour, and then come home. I knew that, right? That was a part of my routine, and it was going to happen 99% of the time. The 1% would be if I overslept, needed a rest day, was just tired, or other on the pie chart, right? So again, writing it down and putting it on our calendar. And another thing that's important with accountability is telling people that we know, right? So telling our friends, our family, and having them be encouraging, checking in on you, right? And not trying to frame it as a hassle or them trying to, did you go to the gym today, or did you go to the gym today? But, asking how their workouts are going or how their fitness journey is going, and just inquiring about it, I think can be really helpful, friendly reminders. For me, when people ask me things like that, sometimes I feel like I take it personal and as if someone is poking or prodding at me, I need to go do this. But what they're really doing in my mind is I think that they're just trying to say how was your workout, or did you go today, or what have you, not necessarily trying to shame you into going to the gym or blame you for not going, right? And then another component that I think is important is making sure that we are getting adequate nutrition, right? And nutrition is very personal. I am not a licensed dietitian. That is something that maybe in the future I would love to pursue, but I am not. So I think that being able to figure out what fuel we need for our bodies is necessary, right? So whether it's talking to a doctor or a dietitian is helpful. I know that there's so many resources on the internet that can help with dietary needs and being able to figure out what we should eat, and maybe some things that are not necessarily good to fuel the body. But again, that is very personal from body to body. Things that I particularly consume, so I'm a huge fan of eating oats and peanut butter for breakfast, and then for lunch I'll have a protein, a vegetable, and maybe a carbohydrate. So I guess vegetables are a carbohydrate, but I love chicken, broccoli, and rice. I know it's very basic and very stereotypical, but I could probably eat that every single day. I do try to switch it up, however, and sometimes I'll have brown rice pasta and chicken, or maybe if I'm feeling adventurous, I might have fish. I like fruit. Fruit is good. And then dinner is largely like a combination of lunch, right? So I might eat something similar that I've had for lunch. I know a lot of folks meal prep, and meal prepping is great and awesome. We love that. I'm not the best meal prepper personally. Like, I just want to cook to eat and then eat. I'm not a very patient person when it comes to those types of things. So definitely something that might be helpful for you, but has not been super conducive for me. And then finally, just taking it day by day, right? Like, you get up or you go, whether it's from work, from home, you're working out from home, given that we're in a pandemic. So that's, might be a better option for you. And then just day by day, right? If you miss a day, that's okay. You're not a bad person. You missed a day. If you, fall off the path, that's okay. You can always get back on it, right? Like, there's no destination at the end. It's a continuous, hopefully, light in the tunnel. There's no light at the end of the tunnel. That's why it's called a journey, not a destination. But yeah, so I hope that these are some helpful tips, tricks, and strategies for getting started with fitness and getting started with maybe nutrition. Again, I always encourage folks to talk to a dietitian and make it personal to yourself. Again, this is about you. This is about no one else. Moving our bodies in meaningful ways should not be about others' perception of us, but it should be about our own internalized perception of self. So thank you all so much for being here. Again, my name is Wayne Glass, and welcome to Wayne Glass Fitness. I hope that you enjoyed, and please be sure to subscribe to my channel, and I look forward to engaging more with folks soon. Thanks so much.
Ooh,